Hey guys, happy Sunday to everybody. Look who we have here, a little naked baby. Or just in her diaper. I love this baby in just a diaper. If it were hot outside, I would just leave her in a diaper. And I've gotten some new diapers that I'm really enjoying. They're the Lil Joey brand. And they have some limited edition prints that they have out, so I've been really enjoying getting a couple of the newest prints because once they're gone, they're kind of gone. So this is one of them. I believe this is like Wonderland, Alice in Wonderland theme. So there's like a little bunny and it's just got little gears and things all over it. It's just really cute. And it's nice to just get her out of the plain white, boring diapers every once in a while. And I really like how the little Joeys fit. I should do a diaper review and I could share with you all the different brands I've tried on her. Let me know if that's something you guys would like to see, because I definitely have super major preferences on baby diapers, cloth diapers especially. Like I don't ever put like disposable diapers on this baby. She does not have a drink and wet system, so I have no need to put a disposable diaper on her. And I just don't care for how they fit. I like the cloth diapers for her. I don't know why. It's just one of those things. But I definitely have favorite brands. Definitely have favorite brands that I care. Like I like how they fit her in her body style and type really well. Lil Joeys tend to be at the top of my list, along with a couple others that I really like. But, you know, it's been the same for every baby that I've had, from Claire Taylor that I've liked. For Romy babies, I liked a completely different diaper, just because they tend to be bigger dolls anyways. But anyways, let me know in the comments if you'd like to see like a diaper review along with me showing you how those diapers fit her, so you guys can kind of see my thoughts on that. But today's video is actually why she's naked. Why she's just in a diaper is because I wanted to show you how this baby moves. I've had a lot of people ask me because I don't show very often. You guys don't see me handling her or picking her up a whole lot. Usually she's already on the changing table. She's here and I change her and I sit her up and I move her around a little bit, but really you don't see how she moves and bends and how the silicone flexes. And I've shown it, I want to say a couple of times since I've had her, but I've had a lot of newer subscribers that may have not seen how this baby moves. So I thought today would be a good time to do that so you guys can see how soft her silicone is, because it's really hard to gauge when you're not in person feeling, touching, squeezing or whatever. It's really hard to gauge how soft the silicone is. And because this leg stays up, I think it gives the illusion that her silicone isn't very soft, because it doesn't just fall down. But the difference is that the babies with the soft core tummies in this edition, which she does not have, but she has an extremely soft, it's softer, her tummy is softer than her chest, and it's still quite squishy. But the ones with the soft cores, I noticed that their leg kind of falls down, and I think it's because it's a softer silicone that doesn't keep the leg held up, and I think that it kind of comes down into the leg, the tops of the legs, with the softer, super soft silicone from the core, which then makes the legs more, they're more able to kind of relax and fall down. I think I've noticed that the most on all the babies, because she's the only one that doesn't have the soft core tummy that I'm aware of. And because she's sculpted with such thick thighs, that's why the leg, even with the super soft silicone, is able to stay up here. And if I were to take the diaper off her, which I can't because YouTube will have a fit, her leg actually lays completely across her lower tummy. This is how her leg stays. And this one actually will come up a little bit when she's fully naked without a diaper on, because I believe that's how the baby was originally sculpted from Claire. But with the diaper, it helps kind of push it down a little bit, and I notice that this leg also falls down more with the diaper on, so very interesting. But the silicone moves so beautifully, even when I'm like moving her legs around. Like if I'm taking her diaper on and off, like her legs naturally just do this, and so when I lift her up to put her diaper on, her legs they fold naturally. I love that they do that. Some people are really bothered by the fact that her legs are up, but I find that it's one of the most endearing things about this sculpt and why I love her so much. I really like the fact that this leg stays up. It's in varying positions depending on what she's wearing. Clothes will help push it down at times, but having that leg up and even having this leg kind of not laying flat gives the illusion that she's moving. She's alive and moving because she's an awake baby. I really enjoy the fact that the sculpting gives the illusion of a moving baby and of movement in her legs, because that's what babies do. They kind of move, and even newborn babies are moving their legs around and kind of kicking around. So same with her arms. She has no armatures she has no armatures in her legs. She has no armatures in her arms. She is soft enough, the silicone is soft enough that I can put her hands and arms in a position and they pretty much stay. They can be straightened out, and if she's laying down, her arms can be folded up and flat. Sometimes this one likes to not be up, and it'll kind of move down on its own. But the movement of the silicone is really beautiful, and I enjoy how this baby moves. I think that the silicone is soft enough, but not too soft that she doesn't move naturally for me. And even picking her up, her arms don't splay to the side and flop backwards in an unnatural position. They still hold a position that seems quite realistic to me. So I'm not one that needs to have all of the bells and whistles with my doll. I think she's beautiful and she is perfect just the way she is, and I just truly adore her. I don't think she's lacking anything in my eyes. For those collectors out there that really want all the bells and whistles, they're fun to have. And I've had dolls in the past with all of that, and just never really, I'm not one to feed my dolls. So the drinking wet is not necessary for me. The armatures, I just explained that I don't need to have that. And I feel nice holding them with or without armatures. I think I could take or leave them. If a doll has armatures, I'm fine with that. If the doll doesn't, I'm also fine with that. But she also doesn't have the one-piece pour. So she's the only one no, she's not. I think there's a second doll. Yeah, one of the sleepers also doesn't have the one-piece pour neck. She has a jointed neck, but the ball joint, I don't think I've ever had to use it because her head turns so nicely, and it's the neck moving, because of the way that Claire designed it is that the neck is very flexible, which is why her head will fall to each side naturally, and there's just a lot of flex and movement with the neck. So this neck is really done very well. It's one of the first, I've had a lot of Claire Taylor's dolls, and I've had a lot of ball jointed necks from Claire, but this is the one that looks the most natural. Some of them were too short, some of them seemed too long and just elongated and didn't look natural. This seems very natural, and it looks like a neck. And that's important when you're looking for realism, even if you don't have a one-piece pour. I don't mind that she's not a one-piece pour, because she moves just like the one-piece pourers do. Like, her head falls back naturally, and unless you're looking really closely at her, you can't tell it's not a one-piece pour because it's just done so well. So I like everything about this baby. The only thing I would have changed probably is I would have gotten the one-piece pour had it been my baby that I was buying. But it's not something I need, because you can't really tell unless you know. So, yeah. But she moves really beautifully. Even though she doesn't have the soft core tummy, it's still very soft, so there's a lot of flex to her. And so when I pick her up, we pick our dolls up in weird ways, I've noticed. Like, I don't know if I've ever picked like a living baby up this way, but this is how I pick her up most of the time. Like, I will put my hand underneath her neck and then pick her up by her little bottom. I don't know if I've ever done that with one of my living children or someone else's baby. Usually when we go to pick them up, we're going to pick them up underneath their arms, and we pick them up like this. That's kind of how we would pick them up. But I noticed I don't tend to do that a whole lot with her or any of my dolls. Reason being, I don't never do it, but I rarely do it, is because I'm always very cautious of under the arms and putting too much pressure under there, because those are stress points and where the silicone can tear. Not that I've ever had a doll tear there, honestly, At least not a current doll. I don't think, but I've heard of other people having rips and tears in the armpits, even though this baby is totally sculpted with full-on armpits, and I think that she would be fine if I picked her up that way all the time. It's just not something that I do. I think I'm just more cautious, and I think that it's more normal for me to want to support her head and then pick her up by the her little bottom. It's kind of funny how we all do it a little differently, though. I think all collectors do things their own way, what they're comfortable doing, but she certainly can be picked up underneath her armpits. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick her up and let her kind of naturally fall back so you guys can see like the flex and the movement in her back. Like I said, she does not have a spine. A lot of the other dolls in her edition do have a spine, and the spine does not take away, I shouldn't say that. The spine doesn't take away from the flex and movement of the other dolls that have them. I've had one of Claire's dolls that had a spine, and it flexed and moved with the doll. It was very, very cool. It's just one of those things that you can feel it down the back. I believe her back is sculpted in a way that you kind of think there'd be a spine there, but there's nothing there. She's spineless. Poor baby, poor baby. She does not mind. She says, I'm fine, Mom. But I'm going to just pick her up so you guys can see how her body moves, how her body flexes, and just kind of see her movement. Let's watch her move. So I don't pick her up this way, not ever. There's a reason why I don't, because I don't want anything to happen to her. But this is how flexible she is. She literally will keep bending, 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 bending. And I just... it makes me cringe to see her bend like that, but I only show it because people like to know how soft is soft silicone. We all know, or if you don't know, Claire does not give like an EcoFlex number because it is a soft blend of platinum silicone, so there's no definite like EcoFlex number that you can assign these dolls. We will probably never know, and each doll within the edition is also varying and slightly different. I think they're all unique to every pour that they do. So now, no doll from Claire ever actually feels the same to me. They all have varying degrees of softness. So it's quite interesting. I mean, me who's had, over the years I've had so many dolls from Claire, a lot of them being soft silicone blends. And they all felt different in some way, shape, or form. And this baby feels the softest of all of the dolls that I've gotten from her. And I think within the edition, I think like the sleepers that came after the awake portion of this edition, I feel like their silicone is even softer than the awake babies. I think that just gauging how they move and how I've seen my friends who have had the doll or had one of the sleepers in the edition, just seeing how they move and I don't know, I just think that there might be slightly softer blend of silicone, but still similar. They move similarly. I think the ones with a soft core actually bend even more than she does, though, because it's so soft in their center. So they just are so squishy. And when you sit her up, even though she doesn't have a soft core, she's very, very bendy, and she has all of the wonderful wrinkles that all the babies have. Like her skin just literally, and I don't know if you guys can see if it's gonna, I'm totally casting a shadow, but if you can see, like all of her skin, just they're little tiny, tiny wrinkles. Everything about this baby is very wrinkly. Her skin is super wrinkly, which I love. And this is a signature Claire silicone thing that's been around for quite some time. And it just mimics the look and feel of skin. And like when you touch it, it feels like skin. And this particular edition, and from here forward, I think, I'm trying to think which edition she started doing the textured skin. I want to say the Aprils may have textured skin, but she started doing this textured skin. So it's not like smooth to the touch. It actually feels like people's skin, like living skin. And as much as her previous silicones felt living like, this even brings it that even more realistic feel to them, because she's got a hair on her, because there's a texture to it, and our skin is textured. Even though it feels smooth, it's still textured. So that just adds to the realism I just think it's so cool. She's the first baby that I've had from Claire that has the textured skin. I wasn't sure I would love it, to be honest. At first, I was just kind of like, not sure how I feel about it. And so it took a little bit to get used to, but now I'm like, this is what feels real to me. I love how it feels. And it's just enjoyable. It just gives a whole new, realism and experience to these babies. So I don't know. I just think that we're very lucky to have these babies, to be able to experience, the realism that these artists are able to achieve. I just happen to have, Claire being my favorite artist, of course. But yeah, I mean, she's very, very soft. Like her silicone just bends and moves, and, she can flap over to the side and she's very wiggly. But I do believe that the babies that have the soft core move a little bit more floppy. They just have more give to them. But she still has a lot of give. And Claire, in some of her videos, she will take the doll and let them lean over to the side. Like, she shows, like, full-on super movement and flexibility in her dolls. And it's just, I won't do that with her because it would freak me out. I would never do that to her. But if you visit Claire's YouTube channel, I think it's just Claire Taylor, or Claire Taylor Dolls. I'd have to look that up for sure. But you can see she shows a lot of how her dolls move, and it's just really cool because she's the artist. She can handle her dolls in any way, shape, or form. She knows the limits of her dolls, and it's just really cool to see just how beautifully all of her silicone dolls move. I just feel very fortunate to be able to enjoy and have one of these beautiful babies. Yes, I love her. Can you tell? So hopefully you guys have gotten a little bit of an idea of, how the silicone moves, how soft it is. It's so hard when you're not in person to actually know what it feels like. I've tried for years to try to explain to people what it feels like, and I've used the term memory foam. My friend Annie used the word, there's a density to this type of silicone that's different from all the other artist silicone. Like, there's definite, I can tell if I were blindfolded and you lined up multiple artists' dolls and I felt each silicone, I could pick Claire Taylor's silicone out of the bunch. I know that 100% because I know exactly how her silicone feels, even with different softnesses. It's kind of interesting. I feel like that would be a fun test, a fun game. But yeah, I think that it's really beautiful, and I love how it moves, and I'm just so addicted to her silicone. I just love the feeling of it, and there's a realism there that I love. I love it. So that's pretty much it for this video, you guys. I have another video that I may record today, or I might do it tomorrow because I work from home tomorrow. We'll see how it goes, what I'm in the mood for after I get this one uploaded. YouTube has been really funky with uploading lately. It's taking forever. I have no idea why. Plus, my phone just updated recently, and it's not uploading from my phone, so I'm fighting with that. It's just frustrating. So that kind of takes away from wanting to make a ton of videos and post them all in one day because it takes so long to get it actually uploaded. It's such a pain. But there she is in the diaper. The diaper's a unique color. I thought it was just brown and variations of brown, but it almost has in person almost a slightly purplish tint to it, but it's not purple. I don't know. But it fits her really well. With tinier babies, you would want to snap this down and it would bring it down below the belly button if it were a tinier baby, but because she's a filled out baby, she doesn't need to have that flap down. And yeah, there she is, guys. She's like, I'm naked, I want some clothes on me, Mom. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing how she moves. And Miss Monroe and I will be back soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.